Hello, it's me again, Diana, on this gorgeous, rainy Sunday morning. The reason I am here today is I am going to show you how to make a replacement template for your M1 hoop or your M2 or your M1. I know a lot of you are needing replacements. If you've bought your machine used or whatever, you may or may not have gotten the templates, but they're very handy to use and everything. So I am going to show you how to make a replacement. I have bought several different things that you can use to make your template out of. The first one is template plastic, which you can use for sewing or quilting, and it's got these little grids on it. Each one of these little lines are like 1/4 of an inch. I got this package at Walmart for about, it was like $5, and it's got several sheets, some with the grid lines and some not. Another one is, which is kind of my favorite, is, and it's even cheaper, are these cutting mats that you can get from the Dollar Tree for $1. You get 2 of them. One to use for sewing, one for cutting your veggies. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to make them. So I will show you that. Okay. You're going to be looking at me upside down here. Okay. First of all, you need to make sure you're putting your hoop correctly. As you notice, there are arrows on the hoop that go up. This will only fit on there the correct way. You try putting it on upside down, it's not going to fit. So it is a little bit different shape. The bottom of it is a little bit curved, the top of it is straight. So when you do use your template and use it for your hoop, make sure you make little arrows going up to the top of your hoop. Okay. First of all, I am going to show you the gridded plastic. This fits in here almost perfectly. You'll have to cut off just a little bit, maybe a 1/16 of an inch off one of the long sides. Now it will not go over the little knobs here. But what you can do, let's do it this way. Take the hoop off. I have taken a black marker and I have marked the center marks of the hoop. You can lay this on here just like this, and let's see, and move it around to where you got straight line going to the side, and you've got one of the straight lines going up and down. Then take a marker or a pencil and mark that very center point right here. So this is going to be the center of your template. Then I've got one of these, it's a little spring loaded punch, and you just pull it up and let go and it'll punch a hole right there. Then while you've got your hoop on here, make a mark right here. This is for your corner and your top like that, and go ahead and put your little arrows so you will know it goes in the hoop this way. Then you can take it off, and you will have to round the corners so it will fit in there better. I've got a little suction cup that goes on my rulers that I'm just going to put right there and just kind of draw around I use a pencil. This has got a rough surface, so the pencil works just fine. So I'm just going to make a circle like this on all 4 corners. Just like that. And I am going to move this out of the way for a second. I'm going to get me a ruler here. I'm going to lay this right. I need to put my glasses on, excuse me, so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to lay this right on the edge of this plastic. I said it's a little bit too tall, so I am going to shave just a hair off of this. See, I didn't take very much off at all, but it should fit in the hoop much better. Now I'm going to take some scissors and I'm going to cut the corners off. Okay, then I'm gotta get one more of these. I've got a bigger one of these, and I'm going to punch the hole. I'm going to lay that on a grid here where it's straight across, and I am going to make a little hole right here. See my little notch there? You can use just one of those small 1/8 inch hole punches if that's what you have. This fits in here perfectly. I did not poke my hole out, but I will do that. But then you have and that could be shaved off just a hair right up here. Get the corner off there a little bit. Well, there, that fits much better. But now you have a template for your M1 hoop. I like using an erasable, like the whiteboard erasable markers. That way you can make marks on here, like you've got a name and you want it in a certain spot. You can just make, go around the box right here. And this would be the center of your design. If you can see that, that would be the center of your design. And then you could place it on your article perfectly. All right, that's with the gridded. And the other one is the cutting mat. I really like this because it has a rough side and it's got a smooth side. And the rough side you can mark with with a pencil. So I'm going to take a pencil and draw around the inside of the hoop. You may not be, you can't see that. Let me put my, it's faint, but I think you might be able to see it. That's my pencil mark. Right like that. And from your pencil mark, from the inside edge of your hoop, you can measure that up and over from the edge over the little knobs here. And that is probably about 5/8 of an inch. So I would mark, I'd leave that on there like that, and I would mark right here. This is the center on the ends. This is the center going this direction. Take my ruler and go up 5/8 of an inch. I make a mark there, 5/8 of an inch over here. And then you're going to go just a hair above your, where you drew around your inside of your hoop. Do that on both sides. Take your little round corner object. Let me move this up here a second. I would just mark one and then take your ruler and mark it across there. Do the same for this side. I'm doing video. Going above your, by your 5/8 inch mark. Make another line. You can go in and make your corner. On both sides. Well, I didn't. I thought I made that. I drew that line a little crooked. There we go. Now, before I do anything and remove this, I want to make sure I put my little arrows right here. And then put your M1 hoop. That way you know when you cut it out and you put it back into your hoop, you've got it at the correct size. Then just take a pair of scissors. Light glaring on that. You have to hold your tongue in the right position and cut and turn at the same time. No speeding here. You gotta slow down around those curves. And let me see, where's my mark? There we go. All right, now that fits in there pretty darn good. And I'm gonna go right over the top of the little knob and make a little mark right here where I'm gonna get a black marker so I can see and you can see. Black mark there, a little black mark there. Then I'm gonna remark here and here because that's not straight any longer, but it is now. Then I'm going to take my little punch may not have done it hard enough. This is a little harder than that other. See if my little handheld punch will work. Much better. Okay, there. So now you have a template, and you may have to go back and do a little trimming around these corners so it will fit in that hoop a little bit better. There you go. Then you've got that in there. You take it back out and line it back up underneath your marks here because those marks are correct, and you've got the marks correct on here now. Okay, then take a ruler and I would use a black marker. This one's a little and connect your dots. There, you've got your dots connected. Let me see if I can poke a hole in this one. That other one was quite easy. I'm going to put this right in the middle. Success. I just need a little more force. But this is a hoop. This is your template for your M1 hoop out of a cutting mat from the Dollar Tree. Then with your marker, do your little arrow and put M1. But using a dry erase marker on these is great. I've done it several times, used it that way several times. But if you happen to have a grid like on a cutting mat or something like that that has, you know, marks on there, you can line that up and then take your ruler and just make your own grid marks. But just using your center mark with your side marks is the only thing a lot of people use. And then I'll be making another video on how to use your template in order to map out doing quilting on a quilt. This I had mapped out. I had made a quilt. I measured the size of block. Then I did a design. I made a design to fit that block. And I just made the I printed out the paper and put the paper under there and lined it up on here and just outlined the design. So when I go to quilt that quilt block, all I have to do is put this template on and move it around in that block wherever I want it. But that's another video I hope you watch. So this is how I make templates for your hoops. Like I said, $1. I have not priced the regular templates that come with the hoops, but I know they're probably about as much as your hoop. You can buy a new hoop. I do have 2 sets of hoops, and which I am thankful for having, and they each have their own templates. But this is a way to make your own template for your hoop. If you enjoyed this video, go down, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and the little bell, and you'll be notified of some new videos. I will be making several new videos shortly, and I hope you come back and join me while I do them. Thanks for watching, and come back with you later. Bye-bye.